It's been a rough work day. The boss is busting your ass. All you can think of is a nice cold glass of beer and sunshine. Life can get you down, but you can take all the licks. Nothing in this world out of beer and sunshine cannot fizz. Oh, it's a beautiful day for some beach in a tan. Grab a few friends, put your feet in the sand with some beer and sunshine. Oh, oh, beer and sunshine. Yeah, beer and sunshine.
Good evening, Beer and Sunshine fans, and thanks for tuning in. This evening, we do not have a live in-studio show. Rather, we have some taped footage from our trip to Two Frogs Brewing in historic downtown Tarpon Springs. We got to speak with Chad Croake about his brewery and his brews, and we also talked about the historic background of his building and about Tarpon Springs. I want to thank our guests from last week, Swan Brewing. We got to taste some of their fantastic beer and talk about what their plans are for the future. If you are a brewery or you know of a brewery that you would like to have on our Beer and Sunshine show, please message us on Facebook or email us at Christina@beerandsunshine.beer or Tommy@beerandsunshine.beer. Also, if you're interested in purchasing a Beer and Sunshine t-shirt, check out our Facebook page and click on the shop button or go to beerandsunshinestore.com. We would also like to thank Tampa Bay Multimedia and WeBeam TV for all their help on our live and on location shows. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this show from Two Frogs Brewing in downtown Tarpon Springs.
Hey there, chicken. What are you up to? Oh, I see. A brand new shipment of Beer and Sunshine t-shirts have arrived. Available in men's sizes, also available in women's sizes, and available in sexy summer tank tops. Just go to our Beer and Sunshine Facebook page and click on the shop button, or you can order them by going to beerandsunshinestore.com. Yeah, I know. Chicken, stop doing the chicken dance. Again, order your t-shirt at beerandsunshinestore.com or like us on Facebook and order a t-shirt by clicking our shop button. All right. Okay, chicken, get back to work folding those t-shirts. No, chicken, that's not folding. Chicken! Oh my God, chicken, you're such a jerk. That's my fault for trying to work with the chicken. Go to Beer and Sunshine and order your Beer and Sunshine t-shirt today.
Hey, what's up, Beer and Sunshine fans? Christina, and I am in the historic downtown Tarpon Springs with Chad from Two Frogs.
How's it going, guys? Thanks for coming in, Christina.
Awesome to be here. We were downtown, oh my gosh, must have been about a month ago, Billy and I.
Yeah.
We were walking down the street, saw that you were open. I was like, hey, I heard this place was opening. We heard from James from Rebel Dog, said that you were going to be opening, so we decided to pop on in. And Chad said that he'd love to do a show with us, but Chad is so busy that he can't get into the studio. I said, you know what? We will bring the studio to Chad.
Awesome.
Because that is what we do. So our game tonight is going to be our rendition of war. I have my drink. Oh, see, look, he's cheating already. See? Because he dropped a card.
Uh-oh.
So I am drinking, I think, Funky Buddha, pineapple.
Funky Buddha pineapple, good choice.
Not the Pineapple Express, but pineapple. And what do you have in your glass?
I'm drinking the Saint Somewhere Saison. It's brewed locally, about walking distance right down the street, so people can come to the city and hop from brewery to brewery. We have 3 here now. And this is a Saison that's open fermented, so the bacteria from the air can come in and change the beer and put in funky, sour, and tart flavors.
See? He knows his stuff. Pretty smart guy there, Chad.
Thank you.
We're going to get into our game, but first I wanted to ask you, what prompted you to actually open your own brewery?
My own brewery, that's a great question. Let's see here. Well, I was working construction pretty hard, so, you know, my dad, he's sending me out digging holes in hot summer days, and then every day after a hot summer day digging holes, what do you want? A beer. Exactly. I started making my own beer, and it got good, so then we said, hey, maybe we could do this. Let's go open a brewery. So this is a true father-son brewery here.
Nice. So, and I noticed, of course, on the wall, your certificate of completion, you did the University of South Florida brewery program. Now, that program is actually relatively new. I think it's only been a few years that they've had it. So what class were you in?
That's right. I was the second class. It's a brand new program. It's about 8 months online. It'll take you through the history of beer, through the science of making beer, and to the business of making beer. And then they'll give you an internship program. I did 2 weeks in Barley Mow Brewing Company. We brewed some beer at Barley Mow, and then they put me in the laboratory at Cigar City for 2 weeks.
Nice. We love Barley Mow. Barley Mow has given us beer from time to time. Their beer is really great. And of course, Cigar City has been a guest on our show. We actually did a show down at their brewery with Neil. And you know Neil. Have you worked with Neil?
No, I didn't meet Neil. I was just in the laboratory, so I met some of the science-oriented people.
So your program that you took, was it more on the science side, or is it arts?
So the program pretty much covered the full spectrum, from the history to the science to making beer and the business of beer. So it's like a full spectrum. It gives you a little taste of everything.
That's awesome. So now that we've got that a little bit under the way, we will start our first hand of Christina and Chad war.
Team Chad.
So you can either be Team Chad or Team Christina. We don't have Chicken with us this evening, but you know, Chicken had some things to do. All right, so are you ready?
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3.
Oh no.
Woohoo! I won round 1. And you know, you really have to be careful when you're playing this game, because if you play fast, you could really get hammered. So, okay, we'll do another round here. 1, 2, 3. Beat you again. I'm not cheating. I had 2 kings, and I seriously did not stack the deck.
I thought the house was supposed to win here.
Nope. 1. Oh, see, look, you cheated already.
Throw it out. We'll get a new one.
No, you have to throw it out.
It was
okay.
low.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Oh man, it's gonna be a long show for me.
Boy, you guys are probably glad that you picked Team Christina, because I'm getting pretty good at these games.
I'm sure we got quite a few people on Team Chad tonight.
So Chad, there is a little bit of history behind the Croake name.
That's right.
And I did some research, and I have it here. I'm just gonna flip it over because, you know, I am getting older and I don't remember everything. But there was a Croake Brewing in Janesville, Wisconsin. It opened in 1906. Croake Brewing Company purchased City Brewing and produced beer until the 1920s. And that's kind of around the time of Prohibition. Now, are those actual, like, bloodline relatives of yours?
Oh yeah. So my grandfather, when he was a young boy, he actually used to go into the breweries and sneak beers when he was too young to drink.
And you do that, as well, do you?
Oh, I'm old enough now.
Yeah. And then, of course, during the Prohibition, they did keep brewing beer, but it was kind of like a near beer.
Yeah.
So what would a near beer be? Would it be like a beer flavor without the fermentation?
It was
like a soft drink?
It was a beer that didn't contain alcohol, so then it would be legal for the Prohibition laws.
And of course, after the Prohibition was repealed, they started brewing again, but unfortunately, I think it was 1939, they went out of business. But now, Croake's actually has one. And it's funny too, because I'm thinking that's where you got the name Two Frogs Brewing, because of the 2 Croakes.
Yep.
You and your father.
Yep, that's right. We're croak like a frog, so me and my dad are the 2 frogs.
I noticed the picture. Now, did you draw that?
Yeah, you know, just I thought a brewery, we hand make our beers, so I thought a handmade logo would be appropriate.
That is an awesome, awesome drawing.
Thank you. Yeah, some beer and some colored pencils really went a long way.
That's funny. You're a pretty funny guy.
Thank you.
So also, you told us when we were here, when we visited you the first time, that you were actually the youngest brewery owner and operator. Now, is that in all of
the United States?
It is?
Yep.
Not just in Florida. You are the youngest brewery owner in the United States.
Youngest in the United States. I'm 23 years old.
Oh my goodness. That's amazing. So, I'm just going to go through my notes here. Your location is 151 East Tarpon Avenue. You guys had just opened about second week of April.
Yep.
And you're in the process, we're going to get some shots later, but you're in the process of actually bringing in some equipment so that you can brew your own brew here and have it on tap?
Yeah, I've been working 2 years on my recipes, so all my recipes are, I hope the public enjoys them. I want to create great beer for the public, and that's what the passion is behind this, and I think they're ready.
Okay, so we're going to play another round here before we go to break, because what's beer and sunshine without drinking? All right, you ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, finally. Team Chad, finally.
Okay.
It's going to be a good second half for us here.
All right, one more. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, that was a close one, though.
Woo, 10-7. All right, so we're going to break here now, and we will be back with more discussions with Chad Croake at Two Frogs Brewing in downtown Tarpon, historic downtown Tarpon Springs. And we're back in downtown. I keep forgetting the historic part. In the historic downtown Tarpon Springs with Chad Croake from Two Frogs Brewing. And there is some actual history behind this building. I mean, it's beautiful. When we first came in, I know this wasn't here when you first moved in. This is something that you guys put in. Who built the bar top for you?
We had a carpenter that helped around the house and stuff, so we had some confidence in him. His name was Carl, so if anybody's interested, I'll have his cards here.
Big plug for Carl. Carl the carpenter.
Carl the carpenter.
Sees all around. No, it's beautiful. And I mean, when we were here that Sunday, I mean, it was a nice day outside. It was a Sunday afternoon. People are out walking up and down the street in historic Tarpon Springs. They can pop in, have a nice cold beer, and then I think later on you're going to start offering some live music.
Yep.
Do you have any plans of maybe having your own food, or do you offer menus for businesses around here that can bring food in?
So we've had a couple restaurants come in and offer us some menus, choices and stuff. So we have a pizza place that has free delivery. We have a very nice white tablecloth restaurant called Currents. It's one of the very nice restaurants here. They're actually planning on, when we get brewing, to infuse our beers into these filet mignon hamburgers. So,
oh my goodness
you can come to my bar and order a lobster bisque.
Okay, that's it. You have to let me know when that happens, because we are definitely going to come back for that. Beer infused burgers. I mean, come on.
Yeah, we got quite a menu selection here, and then in return, these local businesses are going to put my beer on tap when we get brewing, so we can keep it all very local to Tarpon Springs.
Oh, that's good. So you're going to put all of your stuff back here, and you do have a fridge over there, and you say you are working on some recipes right now?
All the recipes are ready to go. They've been in the process for about 2 years, so I'll have 7 recipes. They're all clean American ales. So I'll have the simple classic styles like an amber ale, an IPA, a pale ale, and then we get a little fancy around here. So my signature beer that I brew, it's been a long ways in the works, is a chocolate coconut brown ale. Hand-toasted coconuts, organic cocoa nibs, and it's light enough to drink in the summer sun. So
really?
Yes, it's a lighter style brown ale, and then it has a tropical twist at the end.
Oh my, well, the coconut, and I mean, this is Florida, right?
This is Florida. Beer and sunshine.
Beer and sunshine.
Beer and sunshine.
That's awesome.
Cheers.
Cheers. So, Chad, actually, when we went to break, we were talking, and he said that maybe we should have some sort of sale collaboration with t-shirts. He's got one on, and I've got some up on the wall there, but I did take some pictures of them.
Yep.
So actually, when do you want to run this? For the next couple weeks, for a month?
Yeah, we could do it for a couple weeks. We got tank tops and the sleeve shirts like I'm wearing right now. It says Two Frogs on the back.
Nice. So we can sell those actually, and you can order them through our Facebook. Do you offer ordering on your Facebook?
No, this will be strictly through you.
Through us? Awesome. So if you order a Beer and Sunshine shirt and a Two Frog shirt, you can get both of them for $30. You heard that right, folks. 2 shirts for $30. How can you go wrong? Two Frogs and Beer and Sunshine. And you know what? I think later on, maybe we will do a t-shirt collaboration where it says Beer and Sunshine on the front, and Two Frogs on the back.
Hey, that sounds like a good idea to me.
That sounds like a good idea. Let's play another round, because I think so far I'm kicking your butt.
Uh-oh.
All right, you ready? Oh,
yep.
it peaked. 1, 2, 3. Oh,
ooh, that's a tie. What do we do there?
That's war. You ready?
So what's on war?
I don't know.
How are we doing this?
How do we do this?
3 cards and then flip over.
3 cards and then flip over. Okay. 1, 2, 3, flip.
Oh, an ace. I got to drink to that.
You had a jack. That's awesome.
I think you take those 3 cards.
Uh-oh.
Seriously.
So you actually worked with your father before you got into brewing beer.
Yep. Yeah, we've been partners for quite some time now, and it's been working out good.
So you and your dad get along okay?
Oh yeah.
There isn't going to be any father-son fights over the brewery.
No.
Does he brew beer as well?
No, so my dad, he's going to be the businessman around here. He's had his own business for a while in the construction industry, so...
You can plug his company.
Yeah, I'm strictly the brewmaster, and he'll help handle some of the business side, which taxes are very complicated in this business.
Yeah, I hear that. We have taxes too with Beer and Sunshine. You have to pay the man.
Yeah.
So what's your father's business?
It's lightning protection. It's
Okay.
called U.S. Lightning. We put the rods on the buildings and protect them from lightning.
Awesome. And what you need in Florida, because summer months, there's like thundering and lightning like every day.
Yeah, there's beer and storms too.
So you have 12 taps, and of course you have guest taps in because you don't have any of your brew here. So how many of your own brews do you plan on having on tap when you're ready to brew them?
To this date, I have 8 recipes that I've all been working on. And then as time goes on, we'll have some fun, you know, like launching the pre-prohibition lager like we spoke about earlier. Just having fun with it, but our core recipes are all typical American styles, so we'll keep those. And then we'll always keep a cider on tap too, because there's quite a few gluten-free people around.
Yeah, and I noticed too you also carry a few wines. Are those local wines?
No, I don't think the Florida wine would have made the menu because Florida's more like blueberry wines and things like that. The grapes don't really grow that well in Florida for making great wines, but our wine, I try to do like a fine wine menu, keep some nice bottles of wine in here.
Awesome. For the high class people
Right.
that drink with their pinkies up.
Yes.
Although you can drink with your pinkies up here. So we talked a little bit about the history of this building. This building was once a pharmacy, and I believe before that it was a house of ill repute.
Yes.
If we can call it that. We can't actually say, you know, that other word, but it was a brothel.
Oh, she said it. She said
Well,
it anyways.
I could have said the other word, but we're not going to go there. Now, when you were doing the construction here, did you actually come across anything from when it was a pharmacy or that other house that we won't mention?
So our brewery is all set up, ready to go. We're just waiting on the equipment. And part of the process of creating the brewery was floor drains. When you're brewing, you have chemicals, water all over the floor, and it creates a big mess. So when we pulled out these floor drains, we actually found hundreds, maybe 200 medicine bottles. There is blue ones, amber ones, all different shapes and sizes. And most of the labels were pulled off, so I don't know what the pharmacy was up to. Might have been a little crooked, but they were underground, and we found them.
Let's just mix some of this and some of this. What is it?
Yep, who knows?
Your guess is as good as mine. That's interesting. I mean, all of these buildings down here actually are old, like this one, Historic Downtown Tarpon Springs. So I'm sure they've all come across things that have been, you know, in the floor or in the ceiling or even in the walls when they've done their reconstruction.
Yeah, sure. And also there's a pizza place down the street that has bullet holes in the window, they are not allowed to fix the windows. That is a historic part of this town, and they're not allowed to change the windows.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. You don't have any bullet holes around here, do you?
No, it was an old bank, so that's where they had the shootouts and stuff.
Oh, the one down there is the
Yep.
bank. That's amazing. You know, we're getting a history lesson today as well as drinking beer, but we have to take a break, and we will be right back with Chad after this. back, and it's so funny. There's actually people outside watching us actually pick this. Do you know that guy?
Oh yeah, that's the local Eat Greek Cuisine. They make some great food over there. Best gyro in town for sure.
Give him a plug. Yay! All right, let's do another round. Are you ready?
Oh, she's peeking again, folks.
1, 2, 3.
Ooh.
Oh, you beat me by 1.
By 1. It's close enough. It's still a win.
So what are you going to offer for the patrons that come in to visit you? But first, I want to ask you, what days are you actually open?
So we are open Wednesday through Sunday. We're closed on Monday for Tuesday and brewing because basically when you're brewing, there's a lot of hot water everywhere, sticky chemicals, dangerous chemicals too. And to get to our restroom, you do need to walk through the brewing area. So I figured, you know, somebody's not going to come into our brewery, have 1 beer, and then he has to go to the restroom and dash. So we're just going to keep it closed. But I think possibly when we get brewing and we get our beer on tap, I'll be offering growler fills on those days. If people want to knock on the door, I'll fill a growler or something like that.
So it's going to be all back there.
Yep.
Are you going to be able to have like, oh, I think we said, you're going to have bands in the front window so that when people are walking by, they can actually see what's going on here on the inside. And I mean, this bar is long enough. You can, how many people can you sit around this bar?
Oh, easily if we wanted to, at least 19, 20.
19, 20, that's not bad. And then people, of course, standing around, playing poker,
Yep. Yeah,
shooting the breeze, having a drink.
We got quite a bit of tables in the front that aren't in view right now, and then in the future we'll be getting a beer garden, which will be a pet-friendly environment, so people can go outside if they want to smoke cigarettes, have their dogs out there. It'll kind of be like a free-range kind of place.
Free range, like chickens. But there is no chicken here tonight.
Too
no
bad.
free-range chicken here tonight. I do kind of miss chicken. As much as I say that he's annoying on the show, when he's not around, I do kind of miss chicken.
I haven't met him yet, but I do love most chickens.
Yeah. When you have your grand opening, we are definitely going to come back. Do you know exactly, I think you said maybe October, you're thinking maybe about a grand opening?
Yeah, we want to get a nice big stockpile of beer back in the fridge, you know, so when we have our grand opening, people are coming to drink Two Frogs beer.
Right.
And so once we get a big enough stockpile, the weather starts to cool off a little bit because it's so hot and miserable outside. I mean, you could brew the greatest beer in the world, but if your beer is 80 degrees.
Exactly. If it's like warm, nobody likes warm beer.
That's right.
Nobody drinks warm beer. That's like, ew. So you were talking about the drainage earlier. So how many, not sure how I want to word that, but your barrel system, how big of a barrel system are you going to be able to put in here with the drainage that you have back there?
Okay, so our system is going to be a 3-barrel brewing system. That's the machine itself. So that means with 1 batch of beer, we'll be able to produce 18 pony kegs. And then we're starting off, we're a new company, you know, the equipment, stainless steel equipment is very expensive. So we're starting off with 3 vats. We'll have 3 3-barrel vats. I didn't want to get the vats too big because I want to work on the beer, keep repeating it, and get it dialed in. And then in the future, we'll have enough area to about have maybe 20 barrels of capacity. So as a brewer, what you can do is you can have a 3-barrel brewing machine, but then you can have a 6-barrel fermentation tank and brew 2 batches of the same beer in one day and stack them up in the bigger tanks.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's cool. I had no idea that you could actually do that. I thought that there was a certain, you know, you had to actually have it in the things and then put it back in the fridge. And the fermentation, I think, depending on the beer, can go anywhere from, what, 2 weeks to a month?
Typically about fermentation should take 14 days for an ale, and then you want to cool it down so it gets all nice and clear and beautiful. So that'll take about 2 or 3 days, and then 1 day to carbonate it. And then with the other styles of beer, which would be the lager, a true lager takes about 3 months. So that's why you mostly see ales in the craft brewing community.
Well, when you get your system all set up and running, we definitely want to come back and actually watch you, you know, brew a batch of beer if you'll actually have us back for that.
Oh, sure, yeah, Beer and Sunshine. I like you guys. You guys are welcome here anytime.
We like you too, Chad. So you said your father is going to be like in the background. Are you going to just be the pourer, or do you plan on hiring somebody to help you as your business grows a little later on?
Sure, yeah. As business grows, you know, we'll get a bartender some help like that. For right now, just getting the doors open, I'm the only employee. I'm not even taking a wage yet because I want to reinvest all this money into creating a great brewery. And then someday when we have some help behind the bar, I'm always going to have my eyes on my beer. So I'm going to be the head brewer at all times.
Okay. So, you know what, this gentleman obviously loves what he's doing because he does not even pay himself. Props.
Thank you.
I can't wait until you start brewing your beer because I'm really interested in tasting it. Me, myself, I am not big on the darker beers. My husband is. But the coconut one sounds like one that I would love to try. Now, you came up with that recipe yourself?
Yeah, a lot of these recipes, you know, some of them come from dreaming at night when you're laying down. Like any good inventor, it's almost like baking a cake. You're thinking of what ingredients you can change to make the best beer you possibly can. And then we're really, with all my recipes that I design, I tried to make it so that we have a beer for everyone. So we'll have a light beer. We'll have a beer for the Bud Light drinker that's a little bit better than Bud Light.
Yeah.
Obviously.
And that's the thing. You're not, I mean, this is a craft brewery. You wouldn't have any of that, but you do want to have something available to somebody who doesn't like something that's too hoppy or too fruity or too dark.
Yeah, sure. I mean, just working this bar, I've already learned that the most common question at this bar is, I'll take the lightest beer you got.
Now that's because they're weak drinkers, because we all know that the light beers, I mean, I'm looking at your list here, like 5%, you've got something like 7. Yeah, so depending on what you're doing for the day, you don't want to get into like that heavy beer. And I think there's 2 more breweries that are opening up around here.
Yeah, I think by 2018, Tarpon Springs will be scheduled to have 5 breweries. So kind of like getting into the Dunedin, kind of like brewery hopping kind of city.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do when you're brew hopping. You know, you want to have like the lower one, so you can have 2 or 3. Are you going to be offering flights as well?
Someday we'll definitely be offering flights, but for right now, while I'm the only employee, it would be very hard to pour 6 glasses and clean 6 glasses when you got a packed bar. So what
you can't juggle, Chad?
Oh, I know. I mostly concentrate on brewing good beer, not
there you go.
events.
You know what? I'm serious about wanting to come back when you have this all in, and I definitely want to taste that beer because what is it, burnt coconut?
It's hand-toasted coconut.
Hand-toasted coconut. Oh my gosh, that sounds fantastic. All right, well, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back, and we'll talk a little bit more about Two Frogs Brewing and what Chad has planned for the future. And we're back with Chad at Two Frogs Brewing in downtown historic. I don't know why I keep forgetting the historic part. Because it is historic. When you drive down here, you see all the old buildings and all the old storefronts. And speaking of older buildings, when we were walking through here, there's all these beautiful display cases and this huge one here. And you guys, you didn't touch any of that. That was here when you got here.
Oh yeah, that's all the pharmacy work. So it's got medicine cabinets. The wall in the back, it's got a label on it. It says Tampa Drug Company 1956. So it's pretty old and unique. And actually, I haven't even seen a termite touch it. It's in great shape.
I mean, it looks fantastic. It doesn't even look like it's been sanded, refinished, or touched in any way. I mean, it's in great shape. It's not warped. So obviously, you know, you haven't got any mold or anything in here because it looks pretty straight to me. And what do you plan on doing with these display cases here?
We're just gonna get some merchandise or some cool items. The back wall, we got a little frog shooting from the hip. He's got his guns. He's smoking a little cigar. We got a little theme going on in here. It's kind of unique. We wanted to be different from all the breweries. So what we're doing here is we are a craft beer saloon here.
A craft beer saloon. Yeah, I noticed you got like some bullhorns over there. There's a saddle over there. There's a spur there. So it's kind of like a cowboy frog. And I noticed the flag, of course, on the back of the Two Frogs. Is that a French flag?
Oh no, that's Irish. We are 50% Irish.
You are 50% Irish? What's the other half?
The other half is a whole mixture of a mess of things. I don't think we have time for that on this show.
So you're a little a mixture of mutt and you're an Irish mutt.
Yeah, an Irish mutt. I'll take that one. I'll take that.
I'm Irish too, so that's probably why I like the whole beer thing. You're gonna have live bands. Do you have anything else planned for the future when you do your grand opening?
So the grand opening is going to be a whole big adventure. I want to get we have a parking lot located right behind us. The city of Tarpon Springs has been very supportive of this brewery opening up. They've really pushed for us to get into this city, to make the city, bring the city along. There's a lot of antique shops around here, so we want to get a little nightlife drinking thing, so people can come to the city and hang out and have a good time. At our bar, actually, we have tons of people that are meeting their neighbors and stuff and having a great time with all their neighbors and stuff. So people are meeting people, and we're getting regular customers in. It's been a great time so
it's kind of like a local watering hole, and people probably sit down and say, hey, let's head on down to Two Frogs and have ourselves a beer. They come down here. There's all kinds of game tables. They can play cards. They can play poker. They can play dominoes. Big screen TVs. You plan on having maybe a sports theme maybe some night where people come down. You can bring in some food and maybe watch some games.
Yeah, sure. People are more than welcome to bring food in any time they want to, and I'll make sure I get the football package on for everybody.
Well, football and pizza and beer.
And sunshine.
And sunshine. So let's play another quick round. Because the beer is so good, and hey, it's beer and sunshine.
Yeah, I hope I lose.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Whoa, see?
That's me. I get to drink and I'll take it.
See, that's the thing though, with a drinking game, are you really a loser?
No, the loser is the real winner.
The loser is the real winner. Okay, let's do one more. 1, 2, 3.
An ace.
Seriously, I've had kings and aces, and you saw me. I did. I actually shuffled these cards before we started. So
it's looking rough for Team Chad tonight.
Yeah,
that's all right. I'll take it.
But the downtown area, I can tell that. We've come down a couple times, and it is actually building up. Like you said, there's some restaurants down there. You guys are opening up. The town of Tarpon Springs has been really good to you. About the whole back parking lot. Because of course you can't have so many people on the front street. So there's going to be free parking available out back.
Yeah, there'll be there's parking all over the city. It's all free. The city of Tarpon Springs has really come a long ways. So if you haven't made it out to Tarpon Springs recently, I would definitely say come check it out. It's a great time out here. Plenty of shopping, beer, great food, all kinds of stuff. And even the first Friday of every month, there's a live band outside that performs right in front of my door. So we open up the doors, it comes in here like an amphitheater.
Wow.
And the people have a real good time there.
Really? On First Friday. So is that something that the whole town participates in?
Yeah, sure. And so basically, first Friday they shut down the entire streets. There's food trucks up and down the entire street, so you can have anything from a barbecue sandwich to a lobster roll. And then also, you're allowed to drink outside and walk around with a plastic cup.
Why am I just hearing about this now? You've been holding out on me, Chad.
We keep our secrets around here.
See, now that you've said that, and all these people have seen it, there's going to be so many people coming down here to actually visit Two Frogs Brewery and to take part in the whole First Friday. So it's the first Friday.
First Friday of every month, except there's 2 months later in the wintertime, I think after Christmas, where it's cut out to give the people a break or something, but...
Well, you can't drink every day.
Right.
I mean, come on.
Unless the sun's out.
Unless the sun's out. And of course, probably because it's the holiday season and they want people to, spend their money on Christmas shopping instead of something like that. It's like, you can't drink beer all the time. Well, maybe you can when it's good beer like this.
Yeah.
Anyway, this has been a history lesson. It has been amazing. Before we go, I want to ask you a question. Lately, of course, in the news, there's been, the big breweries have been buying out a lot of the craft breweries. Do you have any thoughts on how that affects the craft brewery, you being a craft brewer yourself?
The way it affects the craft brewery, I'd say it makes us all a tighter community. Like, when I opened this business, the owner from Three Daughters, he called me, Jay from Barley Mow. We're all a tight group. Escape Brewing, great company. They're great owners there. So we're all like a tight little clan. And what we do is we stick together. We make awesome beer. And the enemy is the big guy. Coors, Bud Light. We're coming for you.
He said it. No, but I totally agree with you. I mean, the craft brew industry, it's a brotherhood. There was another one we went to, Infusion. When they first started, Escape helped them get their stuff together. I'm sure if you called, like you said, $3 or Barley Mow, if you needed help, they would hop on over and come on over and help you. And you don't see that in most of the other industries because they're in competition with each other. But you, like the craft brewers, they're like a brotherhood, and it's amazing. And we're so glad that we can be a part of it. We get to drink beer and we get to meet fantastic people like you. So you guys have to come down to Two Frogs Brewing. Come meet Chad. He is full of history and information. And we thank you so much. And when you have your grand opening, we definitely want to come back.
It was a pleasure having you, Christine.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in.
Have a fantastic day. Yay! And we're done. See? Well, we hope you enjoyed this evening's episode of Beer and Sunshine when we visited Chad at Two Frogs Brewing in downtown historic Tarpon Springs. If you are looking for something to do this weekend, here is a lineup of what's happening in the area. On Saturday, June 17th, there is going to be brewery yoga at Big Storm in Pasco. It begins at 10 a.m. Your admission is just $10, and this includes 1 free pint of beer. Sign up at the tap room or before class, and please bring your own yoga mat. Speaking of Big Storm Brewery, Beer and Sunshine is going to be partaking in their bottle share on June the 21st, starting at 7 p.m., and we will have the footage from that on a later show. Also, this Saturday, there will be a poutine food truck on Saturday at Zephyr Hills Brewing from 5 until 9 p.m. If you don't know what poutine is, it is brown gravy and fresh cheese curds on top of French fries. So be sure to head out and check out the food truck at Zephyr Hills Brewing. I know my friends from Pasco Brewers Guild love the poutine food truck, and I'm sure that they will be there as well. Also on Saturday, from 7 until 10 p.m., if you are a fan of bluegrass, the Ramblegrass Band will be performing at the Crooked Thumb Brewery in Safety Harbor. They will also have a food truck, and it is going to be Better Than Eve's food truck. There will be foot stomping music as well, so be sure to check that out. This Sunday is Father's Day, so celebrate your special dad, your special stepdad, your special father figure by visiting some of the local breweries who are having events that celebrate Father's Day. The Brass Tap in Trinity is going to be offering a free drink for dads when you purchase a drink for yourself. We all know that you are the reason that your father drinks, so be sure to take your dad out for a pint or two on Sunday. There will also be a Father's Day brunch at the LBC in Palm Harbor. It starts at 10 a.m. and they are also offering a free draft for Dad. Mastery's Brewing Company in St. Pete's Beach, who was also a guest here a few weeks ago, is going to be having a Father's Day cookout from 2 until 6 p.m. There is barbecue from Better Than Eve's and live music. There will be lots of other events happening locally and at your local brewery, so be sure to take your father out on Father's Day and help him celebrate his special day. Next week, our guests on Beer and Sunshine will be Fort Misery Cider Company. We met them at the Lakeland Beer Fest, and they have agreed to come on our show. So they're going to come on, talk about their cider, and talk about some of the events that they have coming up as well. So thank you again for watching. Have a happy Father's Day. Have a great weekend, and be safe, and have a beer-tastic day. Thank you for watching this night's, oh my, what is wrong? What is wrong with me? Don't answer that, because we all know what's wrong with me.
This night's gonna work.
Yeah, I know. I know. I can't say, okay. Thank you for watching. Oh, stop. More bloopers. Yay. All right.
3.
Speaking of Tarpon Springs, if you're looking for something to do on the first night of the month, they have First Friday. Oh my, I can't do this. I get going and it's like, yeah, it's good. And then I mess it up. I know, you got to start all over again and time it. Or you can erase all of this. It's even better. Vinny makes me laugh.
I'm not doing anything.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Thank you. I feel like doing this. You know those commercials where they all do this? Oh, my eyes are watering. Okay.
All right.
Okay. I can't do it. Oi, this is terrible. How come I went through the first one fine and didn't laugh? No. Okay.
I'm just leaving it recorded.
Yes, please. Oh.
Just go whenever you feel like it.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave the room here in a second.
Yeah, you should. You're making me laugh. I think it's those shorty shorts.
They're below my knees.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. And thank you. Why am I saying and? Why? Why? Why am I saying and? There is no and. I don't know if anybody heard that, but Vinny just let a big one.
No, it's the chair.
Yeah, it's the chair. My chair doesn't do that. Oh, okay, now you're gonna make me pee my pants. Bathroom break. Oh my God, I have to wipe the tears away. Okay. Thank you for watching this week's episode of Beer and Sunshine, where we visited Chad at Two Frogs Brewing. I don't know why. I'm drawing a blank. It's like I was there. I know where I was.
Historic Tarpon Springs.
Oh, yes, Historic Tarpon Springs. Okay. Okay. If you're looking for something to do this weekend, on Saturday, June the 17th, they will be having, oh my God, I can't speak English.
Well, you are Canadian.
I am Canadian. You mean, you seriously, if I sit still, you can't cut in between?
Because you don't sit still.
Oh, all right.
Nobody does.
Sure you do.
Like you have like epilepsy or something. Like,
Oh, maybe I do. You don't know.
What?
Okay.
No, I'm good.
Well, we hope you enjoyed the trip to Oh, Vinny, I'm going to have like 20 minutes of crap. All right. 3. Well, thank you for watching this week's episode of Beer and Sunshine when we visited Chad at Two Frogs Brewery. Oh my, why can't I say that word? I'm drinking coffee. It's not like I'm having beer.
Maybe it's not beer.
Maybe Juan Valdez practiced donkey too close to those beans. Maybe that's what it is. Okay. On Saturday, June the 17th, there will be brewery yoga at the Big Storm Brewery in Pasco. Starting at 10 a.m., the admission is $10, and for just $10, you get, oh my God, I can't do it. I can't do it. You sit here and do it.
I could.
I know you could. I even have it written down and I can't do it. That's bad. All right. Dylan agrees with me. It's bad. Okay. Okay. Hey there, Beer and Sunshine fans. Thanks for tuning in this evening. We don't have a live show from our studio, but I do have some footage from, oh, damn it. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. Also, I want to thank our guests from last week. Oh my God, I can't remember who was on last week. This is terrible.
Brewing, you went out drinking with them?
Oh, see, that's the problem. I drink way too much. So you're saying about 3 minutes? Yeah, I know, we're still going. Good evening, Beer and Sunshine fan. Oh my God, this is bad.
It's been a rough work day. The boss is busting your ass. All you can think of is a nice cold glass of beer and sunshine. Life can get you down, but you can take all the licks. Nothing in this world out of beer and sunshine cannot fizz. Oh, it's a beautiful day for some beach in a tan. Grab a few friends, put your feet in the sand with some beer and sunshine. Oh, oh, beer and sunshine. Yeah, beer and sunshine.